Laughin Thru Life, we're back.
Like Pac said, back, blacker than ever. You know the vibe.
Back in black.
Back in black. I like that. I like back in black. You already know. Back in black.
We in the darkness.
Let me go get my
born
juice.
in the darkness. Like
I
damn.
left my juice up there. Fuck. Sorry.
I fucked up this time. I don't have a beverage on me, so if you see me not speaking too much, you know, it's dehydration.
Got some H2O, man. Get some H2O.
Is that your bottle?
Where?
There's a bottle on the ground.
Nah, I ain't bring a bottle with me.
Alright.
I forgot.
Yo, them shadows be looking crazy, bro. Look at that. The shadow on top of my head, my eyes are look like a villain.
Yeah. Put your brow down and look menacingly. Probably. See that? Clip that.
That's our thumbnail.
Yeah.
Special sponsor for today, Arizona.
Fuck that. They raised the prices.
They forcing people now, if you don't want to pay, you know, based on the, you know, price for value, you know, value for the product. If you don't want to pay $1.25, you might as well get the big one for $2. But I thought their motto was all about being $1. I thought that was
Nigga, there's inflation, bro. Gotta understand. I let them have it. They've been through with us for a while, bro. Let them have the 25.
Oh what, nigga? Fuck it, nigga. That 25 cents that accumulates, man. That's a lot.
Yep.
I'm used to $1, bro. I give you $1, I get a bottle. You feel me? I'm lucky. I went to a store that still has the dollar ones.
Yeah. You know, I would say that there's definitely maybe a couple, you know, packaged Arizonas still got the print for $1, but once those all roll out and roll through, it's done so.
25.
Yeah.
They still had the big canned ones for $1 still.
Yeah.
I don't know if those are gonna also like go up, but the $2 ones are $2. I'm glad they're still $2. Yeah. There's one store I used to go to by the Bully. They had it for like $1.50. It was like right by the pizza shop, the arc right there. $1.50, bro. It used to be a steal, bro. I just go in there get it for $1.50. Boom, the big one, like that one, for $1.50 instead of $2.
Yeah, when they first rolled those out, they was on good pricing. They let you get 2 for $3, but now they know.
Oh, they used to get. How long ago was that?
I don't know, probably like a year.
What?
Because the big bottle's only been out for a year or two now, I believe.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I thought they always had it, bro. I never clocked it.
Yeah, me neither. I never clocked it. Because I ain't gonna lie, I never really used to drink Arizona like that until I came back from college type shit. But in high school, I wasn't really like, you know, getting Arizona or that. But every time I got it, I always used to get the watermelon one. Especially when we would like leave early to go to games, go by the gas station real quick, because we have to go take the bus to the train to go to Randall's. So just go by the gas station, waste time, get Arizonas, get water, and then.
And that two for $1 packet of cookies, bro. The vanilla cookies.
Grandma cookies.
I think that's what it's
What,
called.
blue bag?
Blue bag, light blue, bro. That shit be saving.
It's the grandma cookies, yeah. Facts.
2 for $1.
Yeah. Used to get those things. Those were the good days, man.
Good day. Shit.
But yeah, man. But
Innocence. You come home, you don't gotta do much. Yeah. You don't gotta stress about nothing. Now you come, you gotta start thinking about when is the next meal.
Where's the next meal? What am I gonna eat next?
Now it's getting tough out here, you feel me? I was just reading on the news about how like the government, you feel me, the Congress going like the House and Congress, Democrats, Republicans arguing about raising the debt ceiling, which is I guess how much like of the taxable income the government like has to use and stuff.
Yeah.
So if they don't increase that, you feel me, then there's a crash, the stock market crashes, recession, stuff like that. You feel me? So that it's either that or what some people in the government want to do is like add more tax, like inflate the tax so the price of the dollar go down. So, you know, like our dollar is not the same value. It's gonna be harder on our pockets.
Yeah, I mean, in August, Biden signed the Inflation Reduction Act or whatever. He signed it. It was gonna start being effective, by the new year. So I think by now it is, and yeah, man, they raise taxes. You know, they finding a way to get this money, trying to find a way to get this money to reduce inflation. But by what you are saying right now, then they seen something we not seen. We seen inflation. They're about it. The economy might. I mean, I think it will crash again. Yeah.
They're saying it's about to be like 2011.
Yeah, I heard there will be more. There will be like the percentage of unemployment is about to go up. You feel me? More people is about to lose their job and not be able to have jobs. Like we've already seen it, but it's gonna be more of that. Or the jobs that you're gonna do, they're gonna pay you low and overwork you, and at that point it will really be just you working for survival kind of. And with all of that happening and inflation happening, everything also is going high, and rent is going high, groceries going up, everything is just everything is spiking up. And what a time to be alive, guys. What a time to be alive.
Just when we turned adult, that's when shit start to go down. Now you can't even afford to move out on your own, bro. The fuck? You go to college, you do all that shit, and now you just all your money's going out the window, like right there, the moment you earn it.
It's a tough one. But
suck my dick, all y'all from the previous generation. Fuck people up, and now y'all out here, go get a job. You think it's easy? Suck my dick. Fuck y'all. I said it.
It's not easy, man. It's not easy at the moment. It's not easy for anybody at the moment. But hey, man, you just gotta put our heads down and go through it at this point, Hey, cause what are you gonna do? Sit down and sulk? You can't really sit down and fucking sulk. You gotta make something happen, man. And if this is definitely I'm not gonna say unprecedented, because I'm pretty sure some worse than this have happened before. You're right, but this is definitely a times that for us, for sure. Yeah, we ain't lived this shit before.
The 1935 recession.
Yeah, what that shows me. Yeah, I don't even think my parents were being planned yet at the time. So, you feel me? Like this is new for us and shit. We just gotta find a way to when they say survival of the fittest, this really is that time, man. Like, if it's any time to make something of yourself, this is the time to make something of yourself.
I wanted to bring this up earlier, but I heard the news about an Australian diver who won the gold in 2004 for Australia, and she was put in jail for stealing groceries worth $400. She spent 8 years in jail for that shit. She was sentenced for 8 years in jail. And she had an 18-month baby. She stole to feed
the baby,
her family, and she got put in jail after winning a gold for Australia.
Winning a gold and couldn't even.
And they still sentenced her to jail.
They sentenced her to 8 years. 8 years?
8 years in prison.
Wow.
There's times,
So, like, this world is fucked up. No people got more empathy, bro.
Yeah. Where's the empathy? Where's the humanity? I was saying that probably 2 episodes ago, last episode, with, like, who was it? Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, last episode, yeah.
Just like in certain positions of power in those jobs, there's times where people just got to remember, at the end of the day, we human. This role and this title that you're given is not who you are. That's just something built off the structure that we living in. Like, you got to think at the same time, I gotta ask yourself why, you know, people in these situations, what's happening. That's why, like, sometimes I be seeing those clips about that Italian judge in Long Island, the old dude with the glasses.
He be a nice,
yeah,
he be
nice,
nice,
you know,
bro.
that nigga really bring
As a humanity
you know,
to the court.
Humanity and empathy to people. Really takes it, like, listens to people, hear them out, and be like, you know, okay, this situation, you really explained yourself. Like, I understand where you coming from.
And talking about this, there's a group of type of people who piss me off. They are the people who always say, well, it's my job, I can't help it, and they act like they're feeling empathetic towards you, but they still doing that shit to you.
Yeah, like, I can't.
These people are the way. I can't do nothing about it. You broke the law. Suck my dick, man. You know we're humans. If you want to do it, you could do it. Like, if I could do something to like help somebody,
tickets, something, you know,
bro.
a lot of the times.
Like, don't try to be empathetic towards me. Just do it and leave, bro. Like, you're trying to explain to me that, I can't help it. I'm just doing what I gotta do. You don't gotta do what you gotta do. You chose to do it, so do it. Do it, and don't try to empathize with me, bro. Just move on. A lot of people be doing that shit, and it piss me off.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So,
where are we gonna go, man? What the fuck? Like, what is gonna happen to us, man? Like, I mean, how long does Biden have left? 2 years, right? 2026 is the next election.
2024.
2024?
Yeah. I have not been keeping track.
Yeah, 2024.
He got one?
Yeah, he got one.
Yeah, like,
I think election should be November 2023. Yeah, so this year.
So he's not repeating.
He's gonna run. I think he's gonna run again.
Yeah. But I'm talking repeat. He's not gonna repeat.
But like, who's gonna win? Trump?
Nigga, you don't think that could happen?
I think that could happen. But I think the Republicans will probably go with Ron DeSantis, and that guy's worse than Trump. That guy's like a lot worse. He just banned African American studies all over Florida. Says that's illegal. Not like they signed the act and people approved. Damn. In Florida, African American studies. The fuck is that?
Don't want to learn nothing about.
Now imagine that guy becomes
Trump. Please run. Trump, please run. Yeah, Trump, please run. Trump 2024. Biden is bad, and that whoever the fuck you just said. What? Yeah, Trump, please run. Fuck out of here. I'd rather have Trump.
And guess what? Right?
At least I know what I'm getting.
Guess what?
Because this nigga could come and be.
You know his biggest supporters are Cubans and Latinos in Florida.
Who?
Weren't they
that guy?
Weren't they the biggest supporters of Trump? Oh, by the way, you like not blocking the mic, right?
I hope I'm not.
All right. Should work, I guess.
It shouldn't, but I think this should be fine.
I know what I'm getting with Trump. That nigga could just come and be mad and predictable, bro. And now you feel me? We talking about survival of the fittest, and now we gonna live through the purge for real.
How is Joe Biden the representative for the Democrats, bro? Like, they got nobody.
Democrats, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. They don't give a fuck about us either, bro. They don't give a fuck. They just want the power and do whatever they do, whatever they're doing. You feel me? Because already there were reports that came out that talking about Biden also hiding documents and shit.
Yeah.
About what?
We don't know about what yet, but I guess something that could put him in trouble. You know, something that might we could take that and take him to trial about that shit maybe, and like take away his presidency, and by the time the VP will be sitting and shit. But he's hiding some shit. I mean, I don't think he's gonna repeat personally, because
he's not, because nobody likes him.
I don't think he's gonna repeat.
Nobody likes him. I don't care. I could care less about none of them, because they're all gonna tax me either way. So why should I give a fuck?
He's a better supporter character rather than
The thing with the Democrats is everybody that they have is old. The next man up is that next woman up, I guess, is that Warren, Miss Warren,
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, she's close to like, what's this guy name, man? My guy, man. Bernie, but Bernie's not gonna be president. Man. He's very unlucky, bro.
I like Bernie, bro.
Bernie's so unlucky, bro.
But people don't like people who make changes.
Yeah.
The Democrats love wishy-washy ass people.
Yeah.
The one thing I love about the Republicans, they be going hard for whatever they believe in, bro.
Yeah.
Like they're like, yeah, fuck them immigrants, get out of the country, and they stand by that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Democrats will be like, oh well.
They like, we understand what you're saying, but that's that's
never stand by a specific point. And the only thing they could stand by is, oh well, transgenders and all that.
Yeah,
like
because it benefits them.
The image they want to look like.
Image of the support of that benefits them. That's why, like, I feel like the next closest person that could be a representative for them would be that sweet guy from
Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah, him.
And him, bro.
You know, I was gonna make
that is a ground.
Mark looked at me. You know, I was trying to make a booty joke.
Yeah, he said the name. That's all I was thinking about.
So good.
Nah, but that would be like, it would be just like the Obama being president. It would be It would be like historic.
Imagine a sweet president comes first before a woman president,
bro. I mean,
nah.
The LGBT community.
I'm pretty sure we already probably had a sweet president, bro. We probably already had a sweet president. It just probably didn't come out.
Pretty sure our forefathers, all of them were sweet.
Yeah. A lot of
y'all forefathers, not ours. My forefathers. Y'all forefathers, all of them were sweet.
There was some little girl who had some summer project, and she said
more like our four masters.
Yeah. she was able to find the relate. She said all of our presidents are related. To some
I saw that
king,
shit.
excluding like maybe 4 people and shit.
Some English king.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the? Like, yeah, she broke it down, but still, like,
Even
I don't
Obama
believe that's
was-
like, how does, 41 people just like line to this one person. All of them is presidents of this one governed territory.
Yeah.
Like, well,
I mean,
how did she relate Obama to these people?
yeah.
you gotta go look at that little girl's graph, man.
Yeah.
Kenya, the queen went to Kenya, got freaky with.
All I saw was just like names like put
Because
under
of
like
about
whatever.
probably first.
Everybody's related if you do that.
Yeah, we all related, sons of Adam and Eve. I don't know how still, but yeah.
Yeah.
I guess somewhere along the line.
Was Adam white or black?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Or maybe Arabic.
Really?
Or
I don't know.
I think they were light skinned. I think there was a mixture.
There was a mixture.
We started with a mixture, and then somewhere along the line, one of us just got, one of us just got tired of living with the other, and said, "Fuck this! I'm taking my own."
Yeah, I could see Adam being a light skin.
Yeah, cause the way
he moved, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's a light skin move.
A light skin move.
That's a
Bro.
light skin move,
Huh?
bro.
Why would you mean like?
Nah, bro. Like she lied to him and made him eat
Made him chop the apple, bro.
Baby, you wanna eat the apple with me? You know how much you love me.
And the
Crazy thing is, he told her, he's like, yo, like God said not to touch that, and she's like, nah, it's all good.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's
If it was a dark skinned nigga, he was like, fuck out of here. Didn't she tell you? And he would whoop her ass.
Word, bro. He'd be like, yo, what are you doing? God told you not to touch this.
Yeah.
God told you not to touch this.
Yeah, that was a light skin move, bro. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, that could be a little meme short or something like that.
Alright, should we go into it? Welcome back to
What up, what do you do? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Laughin Thru Life with Mo.
Mac.
Impact.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The podcast in which, man, we gonna, you feel me? We gonna go through everything that happens in the week and try to see the funny side of life. You feel me? We gonna talk about, serious topics, sometimes lighthearted topics, but serious topics, give some serious points. Lighthearted topics, give some serious points. But all throughout we doing it, we gonna be laughing through. We gonna be laughing too. We gonna be wilding. We're gonna be saying some crazy stuff. Nothing is too serious. You feel me? We all going through some shit, and laughter is the best medicine for all of that shit. Yeah. You feel me? So taking this laughter, man, and if you are new to this channel right now, watching us right now, welcome to the family. And if you came back to watch us again, welcome back, man. Thank you for the support. We appreciate it. We love y'all. You feel me? Make sure y'all comment, subscribe. You feel me? Put on the notification bell, just so you know.
And interact.
Video drops, And interact with us, man. You can find us all. You can find us everywhere through all social media platforms at Laughin Thru Life, and yeah, man. So we go into our first topic, man. Our first topic. Andrew Tate is fucked.
Oh, definitely.
My cousin is dead. My cousin, man.
My uncle's gone.
Yo, I told you, bro. Last time I was saying this, I was like, man, my nigga was talking too much, man. He was coming out and saying, giving out the game, man. I called him and I said, bro, you are doing a little too much. He said, fuck these niggas, man. This Matrix can't do nothing to me. And at that point, I couldn't touch him, man. I was like, all right. At this point, this is your world. But he's fucked now.
My guy had a whole school where he was teaching people how to do the way he did.
Facts.
Now they're gonna use that against him to, press charges.
Yeah, if you took a lot of what he said, and clipped it a certain way, you could definitely say, yeah, this nigga, excuse me, but that nigga was definitely, teach you like how to kidnap 101 and make that as a business. You feel me? Take a shorty and then you put in like held captivity.
Yeah.
You gotta make calls for us. You feel me? You got a whole call center. She can't come outside, see the light of day. No outside activity.
Pretty much a high luxury prison. It's bad. It's bad. Well, he told me that everything was legit. So I thought everything was legit. I didn't think he was out here on Snapchat letting them know, like, I'ma marry you. Like there's some text message threads that I saw, like, he was like, I'ma marry you, but you gotta do it. We gotta move my way. Yeah. Every time somebody tells you we're gonna do this way, we gotta move my way, you gotta be wary already. You feel me? Like, that's just in life. Just be wary. Like, fully your way, like, I don't have no say in this, even though it's a 50-50 type of thing, like, I'm doing something, you doing something, but I gotta do it your way.
The issue is a lot of the girls are intimidated by him. They see him as this big, rich guy who probably controls a lot of stuff. Yeah. So they're like intimidated and they want to get into the lifestyle too, They want to get the money, so they're willing to give up at first they'll be willing to give up some peace and some of their liberty to go towards it. But then when shit turns to the fan and they have an opportunity to run out, they'll be the first to do it and use that.
Andrew's like Icarus, man. His hubris and ego.
He went too close to the sun.
And then, just came crashing down. Yeah. Because I say to be perceived in the media is good and bad, and at the amount that, his name was just spread around, like that people were saying, there was one point that on Google statistics, Andrew Tate was being searched more than Elon Musk and like Trump and like Kanye West and stuff like that. Yeah. So his name's circulating around, people talking about you having their takes, good or bad. Mm-hmm. At one point, you're saying so many things that people could take, break down without you being there, really analyze. You really got to think about what you're saying. He was just talking too much. Especially if the business you conducting is not 100% foolproof, that you're legit, on the clean side of things, that you just done. Like no like that. They say like all criminals tell you, you know, whatever business you do, it's best to just shut up and you just out there, out and about. Be like, yeah, you should do it like how we do it. I say, you know, the only criminal that I know of that was able to, you know, do what he like how Andrew Tate was doing, you know, have a whole school and shit, and it's fine. It's Donald Trump. Like that nigga, you know, had Trump University. You feel me? He got his golf, you know, his golf clubs. I said golf clubs. You know, what do you call those places?
You just said clubs and I forgot.
Yeah, basically a golf
country
club.
clubs.
Country club. Thank you. Those places. You know, he got strip clubs, stuff like that. A lot of failed businesses and they claim bankruptcy and still be fine. To a degree, you know, that nigga not in jail.
The thing Trump did to get money is overvalue himself, go to the banks, and be like, yo, I own this and that, I have this, I make this much money.
Yeah.
So they're willing to let him have this much loan. Nigga gets the loan, do whatever he gotta do, declare bankruptcy, do it again. It's a cycle. Very smart.
He's a
It's a system. If niggas,
there's a whole documentary about that nigga being smart.
it's
Literally.
It's a system. If you're able to play the game, Donald Trump said, "Y'all want me to know the game about not paying taxes and still pay that shit? Y'all think I'm dumb?
Yeah.
If I knew how to escape that shit, I'm not gonna.
That's everybody on earth. If you know how to escape taxes right now, there is no way you are telling me that you are not going to try to escape them. You are not going to try to not pay taxes and be good. You feel me? And he knows. He's a businessman. He knew. It's all about the business. It's nothing personal to that nigga. It's all about the business. He don't owe the banks shit because he knows how the banks move with our money. Our hard-earned money that we work hard and put in there. He knows how the banks are moving. Just taking advantage of that shit. And taking advantage of the government. And taking advantage of the IRS. And they can't do anything about it because that nigga is bankrupt all the time. You feel me? And yeah, that nigga ended up being president. You can't really...
Exactly. He won our life, bro. It's like we out here talking shit about him sometimes. But that guy...
He did everything he needed to do. You feel me? Business-wise, he did everything he needed to do.
Made to get bent over and get whooped in the ass, you know. This system is not made for us. If you're able to find a way, all the successful people, they always find a way around the structure. If you're trying to go up the stairs legally, you're not gonna do it easily.
Yeah. And all these people know how to do that on the low, which this motherfucker wasn't able to do.
He made money off.
Yeah, he bragged too much about how he was making his money.
Wanted the celebrity status.
Yeah, but that's exactly what put him at where he's at now. Because now everything he was saying and teaching these people, all of these things are now going to use against him in court. And there is it's like, it's not that, bro. You're not going to get out of that like that, especially when you self-incriminate yourself like the way he self-incriminated himself.
It just goes back to it just goes back to his ego and pompousness. You see someone, you know, who has the air of just like, you feel me, very, very pompous. The same thing with egos. It's like he was too sure in himself that he would, like, you know, he would never falter. He wouldn't get caught. Like his shit would not stink. And then, you know, just bit him in the ass. Especially with the talk he had, it was just so, you know, confident. You feel me? When he went on interviews, any way he talk, it's just like it's infallible. And that, you know, at times you could be like that, but you also have to be. You know,
there are still people at the top of the food chain,
human, bro. Yeah, you're not Superman. Every human has a kryptonite. Like you gotta move with a little humility. Because anyone with a high ego, their envy is so strong. Like people preying on your downfall, you gotta have a little humility to save you.
But then again, I think that lack of humanity was played up for the cameras a lot of the times to make him a lot more famous. What made him the way he's seen, regarded right now, is the fact that he was 100% of the time always looking like Superman, and there's like he thought like he made it seem like there's nothing that could stop him, and that was something people have never seen before in anyone in this fair. So that had helped him to be. I feel like he played up a character and started to feel like the character, merge into the character. I'm sure before the cameras turned on, he wasn't talking always like that.
Yeah, so like that character, like the Andrew Tate, the top G's on the facade. You saying? Something he built up as a as his own masquerade mask.
Not 100%. Probably he has.
There was some. There's. I feel like within that character, he, like portrayed as you were saying. Yeah, there's still something that was like very.
He believed in it. Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah, and the only thing that I feel like that like propelled him to kind of just like now like going full on the character was the fact that he was able to do these things and build up on a business where now he made himself this this like high value man as they say nowadays, right? And at that point it was just like
I wonder who coined that term though, high value man. Who coined?
Probably Kevin Samuels. Yeah,
rest in peace,
Kevin Samuels. That's my grandfather.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like you say, maybe at first it was a little more, low, the persona, the character, playing up the character, and at one point, and then once you start, because nowadays in the media you just need that one little thing, and now next thing you know, you are number one page. They're talking about you. First thing he started talking, he took the Kevin Samuels route, but took it a little further by just talking about like women, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, like you gotta listen to me, and you already but with nowadays feminist movement, how how women are so in tune and trying to better themselves as a what would we call it, gender.
Yeah.
As a gender, as a people, as women all around the world, the minute they hear that, it's a war against you. At that point, we coming after you. How dare you saying women is supposed to do this? And now you spark something, but it's in your favor.
Because you get the attention that you wanted.
You get the attention, and then he could have kept doing that. And just come here and say, me, my woman, this, that, and the third, and later on maybe his narrative would have changed a little bit, because recently his narrative changed, I would say not changed, but he toned it down a little more, because he would sit there and say, nah, I understand what you're saying, say that, but then still say what he's really trying to say, what he really the question that they ask or whatever in the podcast, he would just say what his thoughts are. You feel me? And say that it could have progressed through that, but then the minute now you start, this is how I make money. Yeah, I got a bunch of women. Yeah, they sit in the house. They work for me. You feel me? Then you go open a class, start teaching people that you making them sign fake tax forms. You take and then take that. Take the 50%, give him 50%, and tell them that that's the whole thing. Take that and take a 50% of that 50% you just gave him. So pretty much take 75 and give him 25. So after all of that, my God, whatever happens to you happens to you.
Why would you admit that on camera?
Your rhetoric could have been, the same as let's say Fresh and Fit and all of that, and those podcasts where they just they talk about women here and there. They do they make sure to compare and contrast, and just to tell you that the girl that went to college, got a degree, and the girl that dropped out in high school still have the same mentality, this, that, and the third. You feel me? But the minute you start talking about your business, putting it out there, you are fucked, my guy. And whatever happens to you, man. They're gonna use it against you, and he's gonna do time.
Yep,
I think so.
And one thing too, I'm pretty sure was his downfall was him making Romania look like a bitch country.
Yeah, cause they don't. It's a small country.
So he was like, oh yeah, I'm in Romania because they can't do shit. I pay the police and they let me off. It's a corrupt country. Romania is like, yo, what did we do to you, bro? Like we let you here and you're talking shit about us. So they're probably like, okay, we got you.
And Romania is a small country.
They started gathering information against him to prosecute him. It's like, yo, you escaped England. Why you gonna talk shit about where you are right now, bro? Like,
yeah, you escaped England, bro. Just
he tried to be 100% transparent with his intrusive thoughts at all time, and that shit came back to bite his ass. Yeah, because this world don't want you to be transparent.
Yeah, they want you to be as fake as possible. Fake it. That's why there's the saying, "Fake it till you make it." You feel me? I mean, I guess he faked it until he made it, and the minute he started being real, and so over now, fake it till you die. Because when you make it and try to be real, trying to be you, nah, bro, you gonna get canceled. Yeah. Just fake it till you die. But over here, we keeping it a buck.
100%.
We keeping it 100%. Right. So, yeah, but Andrew, whatever happens to him, we'll keep y'all updated. Let us know what y'all think. You feel me? How long? We know he gonna do time. Just tell us, how long do you think he gonna do? He gonna do 22, like 30?
What is he being charged for? Too? You gotta
money laundering, human trafficking. That nigga mind. They might keep him in there too.
And then it all depends if they gonna, stack all of them years up as one. Or he gonna it has to run.
I wonder when shit like this happens, where does his fortune go to?
They probably seized that whole shit because they already started.
Their hands on it, they take that.
Yeah, they already took his cars and shit.
Yeah,
I wish I was one of the ones up top, bro. I violate because these motherfuckers be enjoying life. Yeah. You don't fit into the system. They take you out real quick. Yeah. Take your money, everything you earned.
Now the government is the biggest gangster, bro.
Gangster, biggest gang, biggest.
They all, it's a fucking.
I wish I was like you see those big ass families like the Glazers or like the
Rothschilds and shit.
Yeah, Rothschilds, like those guys. I wish I was born into one of those. Like nobody knows you, but you control the world down there.
Yeah, the Rockefellers.
The Rockefellers, bro. I would be
the juice. That's what we gonna be. The juice. Be like Empire.
Next generation.
Inshallah. Word. Next topic, short and sweet. Blueface versus Krishan Rock.
Yeah,
couple of the year.
If y'all didn't see already or hear, obviously it's going through the internet now. It came out today. Y'all gonna see that most likely.
Yep.
Krishan Rock, had a meltdown on
the Jumpers podcast.
Yeah, No Jumper podcast, hosted by Adam, and now it's what's his name? Start with an S.
Light skin, glasses wearing nigga.
Huh?
I don't know his name.
Oh, the dude with the slick back. His name started with something with an S. I'm trying to remember his name. Yeah. But him and his female.
A pimp named Slickback. You know who that is?
Who?
A pimp named Slickback.
Where'd that come from?
If you know, comment in there.
Isn't it from the thing?
If you know,
what's that show? Boondocks?
Yeah. A pimp named Slickback. That's his whole name. But yeah.
What were you saying?
But
she had the meltdown.
Yeah, meltdown. They were bringing up topics from the shows that she's on the Zeus network. She's on Blueface's OnlyFans show, Blues Girl. She's bad on the Baddie South, I believe that's the name of the show. And then they got a show with both of them together with Krishan Rock and Blue showing like their love together. Their daily, like some reality TV, like something to love. I don't watch these shows. I just heard like all the titles today from the thing, but I know they've been on network TV. So in one of the episodes they were bringing up, they had questioned them because the episode had passed where they were in an altercation, and from what I could piece together, Shorty attacked him, and she used a glass cup and hit him in his head, which broke. He was bleeding, had glass in his head. So they're bringing up questions of domestic violence. Why are they together? What's really bringing them together? Like, did they find each other through traumas? Like, that's what's keeping them together. Or, with these problems, how would they describe their relationship? And you know, Shorty was kind of standoffish. Didn't really want to talk about didn't want to answer the questions. She was uncomfortable with it. And from there, you know, Blue kind of put that aside when the host was, you know, was trying to re-ask the question, and he's like, "Nah, I'm ready to, you know, talk about it, surface level, or whatever." So from there, you see her demeanor change, you know, become standoffish, and she become reactionary to, you know, a little more hostile to their questions, and slowly that builds into what you see later on in the video,
where she.
Yeah, where they forcibly, you know, like
remove her from the...
She gets removed, and then a few minutes later, she gets forcibly removed out of the building.
Crazy. So, I mean, I work at a school, and I see a lot of the kids always put a video of Krishan Rock and Blueface to see them drama, and they talk about it. So these people are very influential in the young generation.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's gonna be something that's gonna add to this American society that's currently going on.
No, yeah, like you just said, like
Sad.
Influential, like there's influencers, like they're gonna influence whether they know it or not. You are gonna influence somebody, right? They're gonna influence somebody, like a human being is gonna influence somebody whether they know it or not. So, yeah, I mean, they're gonna influence little kids, like, you feel me? They're gonna influence young little boys growing up and young little girls growing up. So just like we were mentioning how Gabriel Union is also, like, you know, this is also somebody who people are looking, you know, young girls are looking up to, like, these are role models. I wouldn't go as far to say Krishan Rock is a role model, nor Blueface. None of them are role models. They are not role models. They are not somebody who you should look up and say, nah, like, I want to live my life like that, or I want to be just like them. You feel me? They both need help, in my opinion.
They both need help. They shouldn't be together.
They both need help. They should not be together. That's a fact.
It's not healthy.
But yeah, in the podcast, from what I got from it was just her intoxication didn't let her, like, process what was being told to her or what everybody was saying at that point. So it kind of felt like they were coming at her. It kind of felt like, you know, they were just attacking her.
When the liquor is involved, it inhibits her from fully being able to have a full discourse with anyone. Mm-hmm. Like, she will begin to speak, but then, you know, thoughts will be cut, or thoughts, you know, her sentences will start slurring. Yep. And as she's trying to answer the question, mm-hmm. you know,
another one is coming.
Rapid fire is coming, so she can't process the conversation at the same speed, trying to take it at her own time.
Yeah.
And then she gets frustrated. So I say, within a lot of times in those situations, it's like, yeah, liquor should not be involved, but who am I to really speak on what she do? But, you know, beneficially, if you on, you know, platforms where people are going to ask you about yourself, it's best to come with your best foot forward, sober, so you can have that discourse and you can be able to speak for yourself.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they invited them knowing some drama was gonna.
I mean, everywhere she went, she shows up drunk. I'm not speaking on whatever she's doing, but, like, that's like, you show up to everything drunk.
And you guys are making a great point, because what I wanted to say, you know, right before y'all said that, like, I had thought about it, is what a lot of people are doing, you know, onto your fact, they know, you know, her characteristics, or like what was being perceived at the moment, so and everyone is just fueling. Yeah, everyone is just you know, bringing that. The reason they bring her to them interviews is to I feel like, in a way, is to fuel that fire. You may have good intentions, but with you knowing, you know, you bringing the couple to your show, whatever you've seen on other people's lives, like Kas and that, and now we've seen on the No Loud Jumper podcast, there's always a chance for theatrics, dramatization, and, you know, maybe, you know, a burst of violence.
Yeah.
You know, so somewhere where she doesn't look sane, the picture doesn't look good for her. And now, I feel like the image of her being unstable is really being prevalent, showing like she has no sense and stuff. And Blueface goes to say, yeah, I knew she was troubled. She's damaged. You know, those words. You know, it really, you know, personifies an image onto this young woman.
Yeah.
And with everyone thinking that it can only go bad, I feel like it's gonna come to a point, you know, in some situation like they're basically doing what are these things like AA means, like when people in a circle.
Interventions.
Thank you, an intervention. That's what they're, you know, a lot of people now just bring her on lives and doing interventions, and soon enough they're gonna put her in like a mental hospital or like some, you know, rehab. Not saying she don't need that, but like the rehab is kind of needed. But
Yeah.
And not to cut you off, those people that are bringing them like the no jumper, all of that. It's not to try to fix their relationship or help. No, bro, it's for their own content.
Yeah.
You know, they trying to make money off of them.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah, they bring them there and start talking to them about the show. Makes it seems like to them that like, no, we here to talk about your show. We here to promote your show. But no, in the grand scheme of things, these motherfuckers only care about themselves because they know with the questions that they lined up. You feel me? Because bro, all of that happened with one question.
One question. Yep.
30 something minutes, 38 minutes of that podcast, one question, and all of that happened. So they know already within the line of questions that they have, something is gonna go down that we're gonna get our numbers up. They don't give a fuck about their relationship. They don't care.
It's hard to say you there to help someone, you know, through their personal, like, private matters that are very tumultuous. But you're saying, oh, while I help you out, let's put this on live so everybody else can see.
And I'm instigate it a little more.
That's
You
weird.
feel me? I mean, you know, and
is that truly genuine? Like, how, like, to be there to help someone, why do you have to, you know, put that on a platform for people to see? That's not genuine. I feel like if you know, whatever that dude name is, it's not Preach or something, but his name, I can't remember, but that host with the, you know, with the slick backhand attached, he was like, you know, we here for you, baby girl, this, that, and the third. You know, his words do sound genuine, but if the discourse, if the intention was
Sharp.
Yeah, thank you. If Sharp's intention, you know, was to come at it from a lens of, you know, we here for you to, like, let's really talk to the problems, it shouldn't have been on the podcast at all. It's something where y'all link up and, you know, have a private thing, and then you could probably bring it up as a story time, you know, next time or something, but not have that whole discourse there. You know, that was to help your podcast at the end of the day, you know.
And that's exactly what they did. Try to say we gonna give you your flowers. Dominated 2022 in terms of what, like being in drama all the time and being in on Shade Room all the time. That's dominating 2022. That's nothing to give a flower to nobody.
Being the girl that beat everybody else.
The issue,
it's not a 30 for 30 girl. 30 like what 30, you know, 30 under 30. It's not a 430 under 30, 40 under 25 under 30. It's not none of that. So there's nothing to give flowers to. These are people who need help. These are two individuals who need help. Even the people who are taking their lives and broadcasting them as reality TV show, those people don't give a fuck about them either. They only care about their own pockets. And for me, what I got from the thing was just like what I was saying. Her being intoxicated didn't really help her really try to be present in that interview. So her feeling attacked with the, like you said, rapid fire questions. She felt attacked. Now she goes into her shell and does what she does best. You feel me? She gets verbally aggressive. She started being a little disrespectful at first. You feel me? At first, towards Sharp, I feel like, you know, Mac told me, you know, me and Mike were talking about it, and we was just like, he told me that, like, you know, maybe what he was saying, she was saying wasn't that. She wasn't trying to be disrespectful to her. But that didn't help. And also, the other thing was just, you know, like, also, again, being intoxicated. You said smothering. But to me, it's getting physical with the guy.
As soon as you know, like she's trying to get like Blueface's attention. You've seen this in many many aspects. She's done it on Kaz Live. She's done it here. It's just like where they're not seeing eye to eye, and she's really trying to get to him. She then begins to like put her hands on him, like turn his face, like yo, I need.
He's trying to look at the other side, and you just grab his face.
I
can understand it, but at the same time, like you're doing it in front of people.
I think she felt attacked by the other people.
Yeah,
and she was looking for assurance from her boyfriend. She thought
But
like
this is
getting touchy with him, he's gonna reciprocate, and and she looked for it, and the guy as well felt she was being disrespectful, and he was like, he probably wasn't feeling it, so he's like, keep your hands off of me. And she was like, okay, now it's me against everybody.
But
he was wrong.
But in the way she tries to do it, I find weird. Like she tries to block out everyone, like they're not there. I feel like if a situation happened and the conversation is breaking down, and you're really trying to have a one-on-one with your significant other, be like, yo, could we have a moment to ourselves? Get up and leave the room.
But she was not gonna do that. She was not in her present mind, and Blueface doesn't know how to deal with situations.
Too many times that's happening.
Yeah,
so it's like it has to happen in that moment. That's where you get these weird encounters.
Modern day, like these people who are in the cameras nowadays, and her especially. She went to college, but I wanted to say she probably not, or she's not. She hasn't been reinforced, or she doesn't know, like, no manners. Basically, she got no manners or respecting people's shows, respecting the structures, professionalism. Yeah, she lacks that.
Yeah, they don't know how to move. Both of them, bro. Even if she
it's
didn't
a thing of this generation.
Yeah, even if she didn't do it, she couldn't do it. Blueface, bro. Because he got up with her on some not with her. He was just like, y'all could continue this interview without me to leave. But bro, you came here with her. If you leave, she's gonna leave with you. Mm-hmm. So they started walking out, and then he ended up coming back into the shop by himself. And then started talking about I this, that, and the third, but ended up ordering security to take her out. And right there, Blueface, you are wrong on so many levels. And I know you don't know any better. You don't know how to move with the situations. You feel me? But right there in that moment, you feel me? You are up with her already. You feel me? Walk out with her. Actually, do walk out with her, and then talk to her. Talk to her on the outside. If you don't want her to continue the interview, let her know this is how it is. You feel me? Because he came back like, you said I don't speak for you. So you said I don't speak for you. Right now, you can't even speak for yourself. So you go in the car, chill. I'm going to finish this interview, and then when I come back, we'll go home. You feel me? If she wants to then be, la-di-da-di-da, want to fight, all of that and all that, you get the security to do exactly what they did, but not on camera.
Yeah. It was a bad look when they grabbed her out and took her out. She's like blue, like
this is your girl.
You
the whole time you are fighting because she called you a bitch, allegedly. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe did it happen?
She was justifying the reason why she called him a bitch because he uses that against her in the
so she was like,
if you use it, why I can't call you that?
Exactly, and they try to explain that.
They try to explain that she couldn't understand it, and that's 38 minutes of trying to explain that one line. You feel me? How you calling Blueface a bitch is more. It's like you trying to emasculate her, whereas to you is more so trying to just say that you are moving a certain type of way. You feel me? You are it's more of a character trait rather than just you are a bitch. Telling it to a man. It's more of a emasculating the man. Yeah. You couldn't understand the double standard. But Blueface, he's fighting for that.
The one issue
he's talking about, you gotta respect me, I'm the man, this, that, and the third. But me as a man, there was nothing that I respected in the way that he moved. I don't respect that because that's your if you could stand and say that's my shorty, like he did later on, that's my shorty at the end of the day, but I knew he was done with this. If that's your shorty at the end of the day, still you don't let another man grab them from the waist, pick them up, let them make a whole scene in front of in front of mad people who everybody got a camera on, and people are recording this, and now it's for the whole wide world to see. You feel me? right there, he was wrong with the way he moved. He was wrong with everything he. Even coming back to that shit and talk like the way I told you before the thing started. I told y'all he's cleaning up. I told y'all he's gonna leave, but he can't leave just yet.
Yeah.
Because everybody have already been saying that like it's because of Blueface she is the way she is. So right now, if she leaves, you said that she's gonna crash, and I agree. She will crash. She won't know how to move forward. She won't know how to go on with life. You feel me? She's gonna go into her shell. God forbid she don't do nothing to herself. You feel me? But she will crash. Like her music career, that's like going up a little bit, will go down.
A lot of people will say different. A lot of people will say that's not the case. A lot of people
will say different.
I think.
But with the situation that she is in right now in their relationship, you feel me? I feel like for both of them, it is a bad thing for them to be separated, yeah? But Blueface, for him, the only way he could do it is to actually do what he just did today and show that like, yo, y'all could see that she's the problem. I'm not. If I leave, y'all could see that she's the problem. I was never the problem. Because Blueface was in that thing. He didn't drink once. She finished her drink, went and got a new bottle of Hennessy. That's me. These are little things that you see. You feel? These are little things that you see. And bro, the nigga has a PR team, bro. You feel me?
The production staff on that podcast definitely had to take away, the Hennessy bottle. If you'll see it in the shot, the shorty takes it away, puts tries to hand her a bottle of water, and shorty, with no manners, don't even really acknowledge her. She putting on her coat. So I would put that to either, the inebriation. Maybe she not really focused on, so that's why, put on her coat, not acknowledging the, the shorty. Yeah. But once the water was placed, you see her grab the drink or something, like.
Yeah, she just hated the fact that they just took the Hennessy from her. But they both need help. They both need help, bro. Like, I have no respect to the way Blueface got, or ordered somebody else to handle her woman the way they did. His woman the way they did.
A woman is a representation of who you are, bro.
And like he sits there talking about, I'm like, my bitch, like you gotta be like this. It's all just to allude to the fact that she's not like her. She's not like your ideal bitch. You feel me? So already you are giving vibes that you're trying to dip. I said it before even I heard everything he said after she got kicked out. I've been said it. This nigga trying to clean up. He's cleaning up house, making himself look good. So when he leaves, the backlash won't be as much as to you're the reason why she is the way she is. Even though a lot of people still hold that, because how many videos have we seen? Oh, look at Christian rock so beautiful before Blueface. She's in TV shows. She was in college. She was an athlete. She was all of that. You feel me? But he's saying enough. Like she was damaged. She was damaged when I met her. Like I knew all this was coming with it. That's bad. To me, that's bad. They need help. All y'all motherfuckers who are out there doing y'all podcasts, instead of, pointing them in the right direction, you guys are out there exploiting they pain, because none of
they got families too, though.
I know they got families too and all of that, but nobody's telling them. Dysfunctional families, nobody's telling them nothing. And these people over here, I get it. That's what the media does, though. Like, you feel me? You exploit another man's, another man's
they've been exploiting Kanye's mental health for a year, and Kanye's using that to his advantage in some form.
Yeah, some, but they're not at that level, because at this point the media is just doing whatever. They being portrayed, and Blueface is being portrayed badly. Krishan is being portrayed badly. Just if their family members ever come across, get them the help they need. You feel me? If they trying to go to another podcast, tell them no.
I mean, he was talking about his mom.
Come on, he was talking about his mom. Crazy. I mean, we different cultures, yeah. So we don't understand. We not understand, but like. We are both different cultures, so it's like, all right, I could see, all right, that y'all could, as an African man, it don't matter how mad I am, even if my shorty is right against my mother, I'm taking my mother's side. It don't matter what it is.
So the third party needs to really intervene, because the families themselves, their relationship with them it's tumultuous, and there's a lot.
I don't think
baggage.
a lot of girls will agree with what you just said.
What?
What you just said, I will always take my mom's side.
You know,
I will always take my mother's side.
yeah, but
Always.
Yeah,
look,
I understand.
the whole situation is tumultuous with their families and stuff. And so someone that, like a third party, really looking to help out, really needs to be in there and, you know, help them find a, you know.
They should just get away from each other, honestly.
Yeah, they can't, because to them it's love that's keeping them together.
And that is one thing too. A lot of people really glorify these type of relationships.
Yeah.
They feel like people who constantly fight in relationships have exciting romance, some shit like that, and people have glorified that shit.
I told you about makeup sex. Told you about makeup sex. You know, after that, Blueface they had to do a lot of makeup sex. Cause
Every day they do makeup sex. I bet, right? What did they say? They have sex like 5 times a day. They said that one time.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
It's a lot of fights.
There was a lot of manipulation. You know, he was pointing out on that podcast, like actions she's done, like reactions to, you know, things from his past, or like relationships with his exes and stuff, so reactionary things. So I say, yeah, within that relationship, you really look into it, it's definitely not a healthy if you know really key into specific
and she's with him from the start, knowing that he was always gonna cheat. He said he cheat.
Knew
he keeps
what
on
kind
cheating.
of person he was, yeah, and that's not even to, you know, to speak for him, like that's fine. That the whole way he treats her is not even respectful and unhealthy to her. Like, for her self-respect, the way he treats her is not right. But with the fact that it's her own autonomy, she knows and she accepts it.
She probably thought she was gonna change him.
But women do that a lot. Women, why do y'all want to change a man? Why?
I think that happened.
Please tell me why.
I do
Like, why would you try to change it? Like a man, you know how the man is. You have full autonomy, literally full choice of just saying, no, I don't want this man. I'm gonna look for something else that might be more suited for me. But no, you know how he is. You know this man is gonna dog you up and then leave you, but you still stay with him. And then you wanna cry, and then you wanna say, oh my, I thought I could be the one to change. No. You are not changing the man. Leave the like, if you know the man is a dog, if you know the man is like this, and you don't want no part of that, don't want no part of it. But then don't accept it, and then they're gonna move the way they're gonna move, and then you wanna say, oh, like, no, like, this is not what I signed up for. That's exactly what you signed up for, because you accepted it. So yeah, if you know this man is a player and you don't want a part of it, get out of there. Don't come crying later on this, that, and the third, because nobody want to hear it.
I agree with you.
Nobody want to hear it. Yeah, they need help. That's all. They need help.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, they need help. But and you mentioned something about them being influential, and are you?
Oh, right. So I saw this one video about a lady who was telling a story that happened at a school. I think it's better if I play the video and we listen. Hopefully the sound is loud enough to get picked up.
With 8th grade girls, and I asked them to tell me what their goals were. With 8th grade girls, and I asked them to tell me what their goals were. This one particular young lady said that she wanted to have 2 kids. So I said, so are you going to have a husband? And she said, no. And I said, please tell me why you would choose in the 8th grade to have a goal of having 2 kids and not be married. She said, because if I'm married to him, I can't collect child support. And then she said, why should I marry a man that I have kids by? He might have issues or something. He might be on drugs. And I said, well, if he's too bad to be your husband, do you really think he's going to make a better father?
That's it. So yeah, like, I was making a comparison from this to Blueface's situation to say a lot of these days, these types of dysfunctional relationships are kind of like the standard in our community. And a lot of the times the kids are exposed to that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're exposed to it and they learn these type of stuff. And I'm wondering how that is gonna be impacting them in the future. Like on TikTok, I don't know about but like teenagers, I'm sure their TikToks are filled with stuff like this. Probably like Krishan Rock, Kai Sanat, these type of influential people with talking about these dysfunctional stuff like baby mama, child support, men and shit, women and shit,
like everything that constitutes a dysfunctional family, pretty much.
And these kids are just collecting it, and you know, so this little girl saying she wants to be a baby mom and she wants to have 2 kids from different guys I don't know, and collect child support because men and shit.
In 8th grade is what, like 10, 12?
12 years old. Or 13, 12.
Yeah, around 13. 12.
Yeah. You finish the school year at 12. At 13. So you start at 12.
Yeah, so she really understands what she's saying, but it's just like, where she picked that up from, like what, either in the media or like what is she seeing around her for her to perceive that kind of mindset?
Yeah. Where do you get this idea from?
And I mean, I'm just saying, like, this society nowadays is different. I mean, there's a plus to it, where everybody has their say, their freedom per se. As like in the traditional African relationship, we have these double standards of the man being man of the house and women having a certain role of raising and looking after the whole family. The husband of, like, she's the lead of the house in a different way, and the man is the lead of the house pocket wise and financial wise and keeping the structure. Now here in America, be it Africans, people come here and they assimilate to the culture. So you'll see people of African descent who assimilate to a lot of these dysfunctional marriages where they have kids outside of wedding and end up separating themselves after years and looking after the kids, and then later on having a kid from another husband. It's like, this is not a standard over here. People don't want to like really build a family no more, like a real family.
I think it is like a lot of people get married a little too early. Like, say, I mean, people. I don't like.
The people don't want to. They don't want to. They don't want to assimilate. They don't want to accept the double standards of marriage. And the double standards of marriage really do help. It does help keep the structure.
Keep a certain structure,
like,
because at a certain point, because if I'm gonna go to work, my wife is gonna go to work, then we have kids. What are we gonna do? Go hire a babysitter? I mean, we are creating more jobs, but like we are even further away from our kids because we not always with them. You working, I'm working. A babysitter is taking care. That kid will know the babysitter better than they know me.
That's the standard over here.
Better than they know their own mother. And a relationship between a mom and a kid is crucial. Is everything. Like
the early development of the kid is what makes it. It's like you're always gonna have this core memory in your mind about your family members. And if you grow up away from them, I wonder how that could be. Like, imagine that.
And also they gotta, like,
I mean, growing up without, we can't imagine that because we have, like, growing up without the presence of, like,
father. Like, we gotta understand that, like as a society, we gotta understand that, like, hey, don't, like, because a lot of people just, they just bring kids over here, and then things happen, then next thing you know, we are separated. Collecting child support, the father's not around, this, that, and the third. A father being around in the family is very, like, Like it's really crucial to like like you said, structure of the family, and being able to just like, because the father could be bad, like if the father's bad and like runs away, it's a whole different situation, yeah. But if the father is like deliberately being pushed away from being a part of being present like, that mom gotta reevaluate her priorities, because a bad father is a bad father, understandable, but a father who maybe the father and the mom got into it, they don't see eye to eye and separate, but the father still wants to be involved. You can't ostracize the father outside of their kid's life, because the father needs to be in the kid's life. Because then what are you going to tell your kid when they ask you where's dad? You're going to create a lie and tell them that they died. You're going to create a lie and tell them that their father never wanted to be in their life, and then this kid is going to hold a grudge against his father. His father was never able to explain himself, to be close to him at a young age, for him to develop any sort of relationship, and this kid grew up with hatred for their father. And I'm not saying that's just the case, because we've seen cases of bad fathers who just, the kid comes, they freak out, they leave. Yeah, for me, we've seen that. But if a father is doing their best to be, even if when y'all separated, if they're trying their best to be in their kid's life, let them be in their kid's life. You feel me? Let them be in their kid's life, because we all understand, as a man, we all understand that, like, hey, by default, if we separating, by default, you get our kids anyways. Unless I gotta prove that you're on drugs. I gotta prove you are very dysfunctional for these kids. You are very unfit for these kids. And it's hard to do. All the mother gotta do is get a good lawyer, and then that lawyer will fix her for the court and all that, and she's, by default, you are a winner.
Yeah, the judicial system really, favors the mothers in a lot of situations, even where fathers could prove that, they're fit, but that's, the faults within our system itself.
And it's not a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing.
Because that relationship,
like I said, some double standards are acceptable in life.
Yeah.
And nowadays, people don't want to accept the double standards in a lot of ways. Yeah. There are some double standards that are necessary. I feel like the relationship between the mom and her kids, and the relationship between her kid and the father, is always going to be different.
Yeah.
So a kid can live far away from his father and still regard that father
as a father. Like, respect him and all.
Yeah. But a kid growing up away from his mother is not gonna be as attached to his mother as if he was away from
a baby, being breastfed and all of that. All of that matters, man. All of that matters,
And I'm speaking this from experience.
Same. All of that matters, and it's it's just
some double standards should be upheld, but nowadays people just use that as a way of oppression, of saying they're oppressed. They're being oppressed. But some double standards should be upheld to keep structure, because in a lot of ways they worked. In a lot of ways they worked. Nothing is ever going to be foolproof 100%.
Nothing is, look at this. Nothing is equal.
Nothing is always going to be foolproof 100%. Therefore, in some situations, by having those double standards, it's going to hinder some parts and enhance some parts. In that way, it's not equal, it's not fair. But in other, it should be upheld to keep, because it brings more good. Nowadays, look at these, a lot of the ways we want to go, as a lot of the situation we want to adopt in these societies nowadays is going to be dysfunctional, because we're disregarding the way it was set up in the past, and that's going to be.
And that's why I was saying that, it's gonna get to a point where men are gonna have to make the decision of just, let the women work. We'll just sit at the crib, and because it's hard, but they don't know how easy he made life. I don't think they understand that. It was hard. Like, I understand it. It's hard to be at the house, be the one cleaning and all that. But it's always the fuck niggas who fucked up a good thing for the good niggas. You feel me? Because all this stemmed from, there was a lot of fuck niggas who was out here fucking around, and women were like, fuck this, we tired of this shit. You feel me? Mm-hmm. If we supposed to stay in the house and do this and do that, you feel me? It's like that, that video. John, what?
Oh yeah, that.
How could you? That's exactly. That's John is that fucked up nigga who did that. You feel me? He made his wife. I don't know if it was the wife, but I'll just say that. Like, let's say that was his wife. Yeah. He made his wife look dumb, and he was out here cheating with another. Right. And now women are now growing and being thinking for themselves and saying, no, fuck that nigga. It's John. It's John's fault. Yeah. It's John's fault. That's why. All that shit now, women are like, nah, we want to work, we want to make our own bag, but it's also detrimental to them because it gets to that point because they get, women now, I feel like, when it comes to getting money, move like men. When it comes to a lot of things, move like men, even in relationships. But when it comes to getting money, they want the money even more than men. I feel like, you feel me? And now, when they get to that thing, I want to get the bread. They go and get the bread. Focus on it so much that they don't know that as they get in the bread, you feel me? Their value is going down. Because the value of a woman that is not based on your bread. Only a bum nigga wants a woman for their bread. Yeah. The value of a woman does not depend on how much money she makes. Because the same money who makes all that, the same woman who makes all that, a lot of money will still want a man who's gonna be able to provide
equal
for her.
Or higher in terms of financial.
Equal or higher, and all of these women, their biological clocks are running down. You feel me? So you pick a struggle. You have to pick a struggle. You feel me? And as men, we picked a struggle. From the jump, we gotta go get work, you feel me? Go get the wife, go get the kids, but we taking care of all of y'all. Whatever we gotta do, we are
That's
doing
what
it.
we were taught as
You
kids.
feel me? That's how we were taught as kids. You don't have no feelings. You feel me? You have no feelings, no emotions. Fuck your feelings. Put your head down and work and fucking go through it. It is what it is. That's how it is. And it worked for us. Hey man, because if it wasn't for a lot of men, the world wouldn't be the way it is right now. You feel me? Yeah, it's fucked up. We are fucking up the earth for sure. But blame the white man. That's all I'm saying. Uh-huh. So yeah, women just made their jobs, I think, a little harder. That's the last thing I'm gonna say.
No, yeah.
Come at me. Come at me if you want to fight.
And where, it destabilized the functional family structure. Probably in the Western society, I don't know, how it was done, but normally in our societies, it always worked. And probably because I'm not a woman, all our mothers are not gonna disagree with this. They had what they had to do in the
but then every modern woman will tell you they're traditional. That's what they were taught to do. That's what they were not taught to think for themselves. They were not taught to be able to say, no, like, I want this for myself. I'm supposed to do this. Yeah. And to a certain degree, their point is valid.
Yeah, we should have had a woman here to hear her points.
Nah, I'm telling you what they're about to tell you. Like any modern young woman will tell you.
In the comments now, you feel me?
But
how y'all felt about those statements, those thoughts, like, so we got the discourse.
But my main point is, and I'm willing to debate on a lot of stuff, but my main point that I'm probably thinking it will take a lot for me to change is those standards were made for a reason. There are some stuff men should do and women should observe, and there are some stuff women should do and men should observe, because we are not
we're not programmed
the same, and we have different perspectives of stuff. Our reactions to stuff are different. Therefore, if you could see it this way and you do it this way, you're better suited for it.
Yeah.
But nowadays we want to act like we are all programmed the same, and we have the same abilities, or it's just, I feel like it's hypocritical. Even it's like I like talking about. I want to go into the sports debates. Like let's say soccer nowadays. Like I do want basketball, soccer. I do want the investments to be the same. If it was equal, I want everything to be equal. I would push it. I would defend it. However, nowadays, like the society like Instagram and you like ESPN, they'd be acting like they'd be used like ESPN, for example. We use a clip of a girl doing the rim graze, something just simple, and then act like, oh my god, this is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. This is not the way you push equality. Like this,
ESPN do that a lot.
It's so, I mean, I understand, but like it's just so. It's like I'm not gonna act like I'm not gonna act. I'm not gonna act like this is incredible if it's not. So like I feel disingenuous about just expressing my feeling towards this stuff. One more point. One more point. Oh shit. But I say what you gotta say. I'll probably.
No, I was just gonna say something. I'm like, just look at it this way. That like it might not be like or like incredible to you, but to what they're doing is like, is to push the encouragement of women. Yeah. So posting that is like, oh, look, like, you know, there's, because like we've watched the WNBA a lot. We haven't, like, I haven't personally seen a woman dunk the ball until that one girl do.
I said dunk. I said dunk, but like, yeah, I'd be impressed by a woman dunking. I'm talking about it in general, but like dunking is rare.
Simple thing. Nah, yeah. I think it's just that is done to encourage the young girls growing up and all of that, because they trying to push. Because this is where we at.
They're using it a lot of the times too. They're using it to downplay the men's sport, like the men's sports.
I mean,
in the
I could see that.
That thing. I remember it's like one thing. If a man does something, they a lot of the times they see it as condescending, or what's his name? Iguodala once said, "I like number 20 something."
Oh, when he just said the number and they came at him on Twitter. Yo,
I mean, it's super.
Yeah, they went at him, but I mean, and that's just the sports world. Like, we call you by number sometimes.
It's. I don't know. And Brittany Griner saying she would beat
cousins
on the one-on-one.
That's.
It's like a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, now I see what you're saying. But I mean, that's where we are. Yeah, that's the society we're living in, and
I feel like we sometimes we're forced to lie in order to fulfill an agenda. Yeah, you're forced to comply to a lot of stuff, and it's like, oh, you have to feel this way.
Yeah. But Pac-Man, again, I'm gonna repeat it. Fake it till you make it. And yeah, bro, that wraps up another episode, man. Yo, let us know what y'all think, man. We talked about a lot of different, we I think touched on a lot of different points in this episode for sure. And let us know what y'all think, man. Let us know what y'all think down in the comments. And yeah, that wrapped up another episode, man, of Laughin Thru Life with Mo,
Mac,
and Pat.
Yes, sir. And yeah, what can they let them know, man, where they can find us, man? And
YouTube, Laughin Thru Life. You find us.
We got TikTok. You already know the vibe.
Yes, sir.
We got IG. We got Twitter. And everywhere it will be at Laughin Thru Life. And you feel me? Make sure you follow us on TikTok.
Easiest thing you could do, if you disagree, let us know.
Hey, let us know. We are open to conversations. We are very open to because that's what we're doing. This is just an opening another dialogue.
And one of the things I like about if you're someone who's able to listen to somebody's opinion without disrespecting them, and you're able to formulate your point, I'll listen to you.
Yeah.
My mind is not set. Every day I evolve and I change my points.
And that's how everybody should be.
So if you got something you think I said and I could change my mind about, I'm free to listen.
Yeah.
Because that's how we should be as humans.
Yeah.
Nothing is set in stone.
Yeah.
And all I want is a better society, and that's it. And if I can contribute to that, I would, by switching my mentality and doing as much as I can to contribute to the society.
Yep.
All right.
Well said, man. But yeah, man, follow us everywhere. Thank you for taking time, sharing it with us again. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Catch you next week, y'all.
Deuces.
Jesus Christ.